Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you about something kind of serious. Um, First, let me ask: do you guys remember a couple of years ago when we changed physically? I that be true. We had dreams that we'd come about with wind in our sails, but truth be told, we got scuttled over time, and now we scarcely fit into our long clothes. And there'd be no chance at cracking old Jin's teacup now. Not for the likes of we. Right. Well, as you both know, that was kind of a side effect of medication and didn't really last. And eventually, it all came back. Um, well, we're going to change again. And this time, it's gonna be a little more permanent. What is it that you mean? Well, it's a bit of a long story, and I'll tell it all to you now. Essentially, it went like this. Okay, so I just paid my $100 registration fee to, let's see, what did they say it was? So it processes my application, patient education manual, supplements, and dietitian evaluation. Says they will then contact me to schedule my initial consultation. I'm assuming, based on what my buddy said, that I'll then be able to talk to them and figure out from their end what I need to do with my insurance. The company has a whole thing I can go through. Sorry, my watch is alerting me to a person at the front door who I believe is just dropping off a package. I'm not gonna lie, it took me days to do this because it's a scary thing. Like, we're talking going down the road towards surgery. So, yeah, I've only had surgery once in my life. I've been hospitalized 3 times. Once I was a baby, I don't remember it. So, this is a thing. But this is the first step down the path that hopefully will lead to healthier me. I don't know. a little scared, but we'll see. All right, sorry if the camera's a little shaky. It's been 3.5 weeks, 3 weeks, three weeks, a couple days since that last segment. Literally after the day after I filmed it, they called me the next day. Unfortunately, they couldn't proceed with scheduling an appointment or anything until they got some paperwork for my insurance. So it was just a couple days later because I had to go and print it, and then fill part of it out myself, take part of it to my primary care physician's office, have them fill it out, and they would fax it to this company that my insurance company works with to collaborate the whole thing. and then that would be processed there. So flash forward to yesterday, that company that works with my insurance, or actually I take that back. It was a representative from my insurance had got the paperwork from that company, and was checking in on some things that I need to do. That they were going to go ahead with it. They then emailed me, verified some things from me yesterday, and then sent me some paperwork I have to do, for not any paperwork that I understood would halt the process any, slow it down any, just things I had to do before the actual surgery. Excuse me, hiccup there. So that was a thing, and I've got to do, because it's Memorial Day weekend, this coming weekend, it's going to be next week before I can get that printed out and mailed. I don't have a printer anymore, because who has a printer? Also, I don't have a fax machine, so I don't know how I'm going to fax it, but I can mail it. They had a mailing address. But a lot of that had to do with travel accommodations and like caregiver accommodations if travel is needed. I don't think that's going to be a problem, because the clinic I work with is here in town, and after talking to them, and the facility where they do the actual surgery is just the next town over, and I have family that lives here, and my folks have mentioned wanting to come and stay with me during that process. So I don't think I'm going to need most of the stuff they're saying. I'm going to fill the paperwork out anyway, just as an in case. So that happened yesterday. Today, I got a call from the center, the weight loss clinic, to set up my appointment for 2 weeks from, well, okay, 2 weeks from now, minus a couple of days. So, and that's going to be like a 4-hour fasting. I have to fast for 4 hours before going, and it's like an eval with the doctor, nutritionist, and like a psychological eval, I guess, to be sure that I'm like right in the head as to making this decision, which I think I am. I mean, I've taken a long time to come to this decision, so I'm pretty sure I'm doing it in sound mind. But that's going to happen a week from this coming Tuesday. So, like a week and a few days. Yeah. And then they called again a little bit ago to talk about monetary stuff, basically because of how my insurance works for this procedure, like how much I'm going to have to pay that Tuesday, and then how much I will have to pay before the pre-op happens. So this it seems to be going a little faster than I expected. I don't have a date for the pre-op and surgery and all that, because I have to meet with them on Tuesday and figure all that out, or Tuesday week after next. Confusing to say it out loud, but yeah. When I say it out loud, I seem like I'm more worried about it than I think I am at this point. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a big change, and it's right to be worried, because you never know what could go wrong. I mean, they've given me plenty of documentation. I've watched videos on it. I think I have a good idea, and I've talked to people that have had it, And 2 out of 3 people I've talked to have nothing but good things to say about it. One person didn't. But there's a good decade difference between when those people had the procedure. And I know of a fourth person, like secondhand, that has had it and has clearly had good results from it. So yeah. Sorry, my hand's all wobbly. I don't know where my stand went. Yeah, that's the update there. I guess I'll talk to you again after the 4-hour. That's the thing. I have to fast for 4 hours. Then all the appointments are for 4 hours. I'm going to guess I don't take my morning medicine because it would probably make me sick to my stomach if I took it on an empty stomach and then waited for 4 hours before eating anything. So I'm going to probably skip my meds that day. Yeah. But, I mean, I haven't told my bosses yet what's going on. I just told them I have this 4-hour, like I'll be out in them all that morning for the doctor's appointments. After that, once I know when, like, surgery and all that's going to take place, I definitely will tell them what's happening and why. Yeah. So that's going to be an interesting conversation. I think that's going to be harder to more delicate than telling my parents. So we'll see how things go. See you back here in a couple weeks. So it is Monday, June the 5th, 2023. I don't know if I've been doing the date logs on these or not. I don't think I have. Tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. is my appointment, the first appointment, where they're going to do all the tests. They might even endoscope down my nose to look at the insides. I don't know. I don't know. That part is kind of scary. Not like scary, like I'm really afraid, but just like, I don't really want to do that. But if it's for overall better health than me, then good. Oh, by the way, I'm doing this from the car because I'm on my lunch break. I forgot to do one last night. Like I planned to. Anyway, I had lunch yesterday with 2 friends of mine that have had the procedure before. Just kind of to get their thoughts on the whole thing, helped alleviate some of my concerns. Gave me some things to think about as to, how that whole process goes. Like, it's just good to have somebody to bounce ideas off of and help you plan stuff, right? So I'm a little less worried about it. It is still going to be a very big change. But that was the expectation, and honestly, that was the hope. It's a big change that results in a even bigger change. So, and I really got to get out of this car soon because it is like 80 something degrees outside, and I'm sitting in a car without the air going because I don't want to mess this vlog up. So yeah, tomorrow 8 a.m. I have to do an 8-hour fast beforehand. Luckily, most of that is sleeping, but there's no water. I can't have water before. That's gonna suck. And I'm sorry, people going to their car looking at me funny for talking to the camera. Of course, we've been doing that for years, right? Yeah. Anyway, slightly nervous for reasons that are perfectly logical, reasonable reasons. So we'll see how tomorrow goes. I'll probably do an update then. All right. All right, so I'm home now from my first appointment. It's overwhelming. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of information, a lot of prep stuff to do, the changing of habits. That's yeah. Um, and my mind's a little fuzzy because I've been fasting. Haven't had anything to eat since 7 p.m. last night, and I just drank um, a zero sugar Snapple. That's the first thing I had to drink since like 12 hours ago. Had to do an 8-hour fast before the thing, so I'm a little fuzzy. Yeah, they did took height and weight, of course, and drew blood. That was kind of, they drew blood out of both arms because, sorry, I got a text there. They couldn't get it out of the first arm after 2 tries and tried to move to the other arm to finally get it. I don't know. Did EKG, didn't have to get the endoscope thing, so that's good. I'm set up with, I talked to like one of the main doctors there. Had an EKG done. They talked to a nutritionist, talked to the finance guy or whatever that helps you set up all the appointments and stuff. And did something where I had to blow into a machine and to test my lung capacity. I can't remember what that was called. Something with an S. Actually didn't end up getting the endoscope. I think I already said that, which that was nice. Texting, sorry. Talking, that's a text from my friends that have had this before. I've got to set up the psych eval part that my insurance requires myself, so I'll do that probably later today. They gave me samples of shakes and powders and calcium chews to try. Yeah, there's a lot of behavioral stuff that's going to have to change before the surgery even. So that's, yeah. Sorry, my hand's all wobbly, probably because I haven't had anything to eat all day. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just a little overwhelmed at the moment, so I'm still processing a lot of it. I still feel like this is the right way to go. And we'll just see where it goes from here. But I'm going to have to do some changes. And it's the beginning of a long road, but I think still that it's the right road to go down. Yeah. All right, I don't know. I'll check in again later. I'm not sure when, but today's the June 6th. Yeah. Okay, see you later. All right, been a little while between updates. Since the last time I talked to you, let's see, I've had my dietitian visits all done, and those are required by my insurance. Another thing that was required by my insurance that I did was a, what do they call it? Basically, I had to meet with a mental health therapist just for an assessment to make sure that I'm making the decisions for the right reasons, that I don't have some history of eating disorders or depression or whatnot that's leading me to do it. Basically, the guy, he came back and said, yeah, you're pretty much normal. That's not the exact words he said, but I think he said, all your results came normal and matched up with the questionnaire or something like that. But yeah, I'm normal. Yesterday, I got the call from the doctor's office and had to set things up with my folks and my caregivers. but I have my surgery dates. So surgery date, which is going to be July 17th. I have pre-op on July the 12th, at which time we'll set everything up, I guess. I don't know the exact time. It's going to be in the morning, but I mean, I know the surgery is going to be in the morning. So now I'm actually sitting in the parking lot at work, and I have to go in, and I'm going to have to tell my bosses, weird setup, anyway, I've told them to expect that I would be out. I didn't tell them the exact dates. Now I'm going to tell them today. Why? I don't know why this camera is shaking so much. My hand is shaking because I'm holding my arm up funny. All right, here goes. All right, so it's August 13th. Yesterday I had my pre-op appointment, which was like 4 hours. The hospital actually called like an hour before I was supposed to go there and gave me all the information, telling me kind of what the schedule is going to be like once I get there, and kind of a general idea of where to go, where I'll be for the night. That kind of thing. Then I went to the pre-op. Talked to the doc that's going to do the surgery a little bit. A lot of it was going over, and then watched like a video thing with a group of other people who were also having it. 2 of which were having it on the same day as me. 3 of which are having it today, actually. So they just kind of put us all in a conference room together, made us watch the video. And then a lot of it was signing all the papers saying, I understand that these are the potential side effects. I understand what the procedure is. I understand the risks involved. I agree to, follow the program, and et cetera, et cetera. There's also a block for I agree to not get pregnant, but clearly that didn't apply to me, but it was there. And in the video, which was weird because the doc was there in person, but we watched a video of the doc reading off all this stuff, and in the video he said, something along the lines of, for each of these rules that you're agreeing to, he can name the person who created that rule. Essentially, it's one of those things like there's no rules that you can break that exist because they haven't been, a problem before. Something like that. I'm messing that up. Anyway, so yeah, I'm on a two meals a day now until Saturday, or through Saturday, are now going to be replaced by protein shakes. They gave me a shot of B12 in the arm because I had a deficiency previously. What else? I think I'm supposed to be taking the D3 stuff starting the day at lunch. There's some vitamin deficiency stuff or supplement stuff they gave me. And I'm supposed to start taking. My parents are coming in Sunday afternoon, evening. And then I found out my scheduled surgery time is currently estimated. They'll call on the hospital will call on Sunday to get final verification of the time. But right now I'm looking at 5:45 a.m. in the morning arrival time at the hospital, which puts the surgery time somewhere around maybe 7 a.m., which means I'm an early bird. I think there might actually be one person before me even. I'm barely awake at that time. In fact, I'm barely awake right now. You can probably see some of the bags in my eyes. It has nothing to do really with the hospital stuff, the surgery prep, any of that stuff, or even the diet changes. Last night, my air conditioner, the Nest thermostat, decided it was going to pre-cool for 5 hours and never actually turn the cooling on.
I had to do some looking up. Like in the middle of the night, because I was like sweating all night long because it was just so hot. Because it's Arkansas, it's July. You know, the daytime heat got up in the upper 90s yesterday. So I had to basically trick the Nest into thinking I was away and then telling it I was home again so that it would actually kick on the AC. Now, I didn't find this out until like 1 a.m. or something when I finally got so hot I just decided to go online and look up stuff. So that's why I've got bags under my eyes today. Yeah, so let's see. Went to the doc thing, got all the stuff filled out. I probably need to call my parents. My mom's a nurse. She'll want to know all the specifics, ahead of time. Retired nurse. Made a gigantic payment, which I'm now setting up payments for. I've got the first 3 payments, like on a weekly basis, set up. Y'all don't need to know that, but basically I've got a plan so that I'll get it all paid off probably in the middle, like first week of October. Not that I'm strapped for cash or couldn't do it and pay it off in one lump sum. I just don't want to because it's a lot. And I put off like doing any kind of vacations this year for this, and it costs about the size of a vacation, especially all things said and done. They gave me a bunch of prescriptions and supplements. Most of the prescription stuff are for like the 2 weeks of recovery after the surgery, which I'll be on a primarily liquid diet. And a lot of them are for nausea. They gave me like a patch to put behind my ear the night before the surgery, also for nausea. I forget what it was. They gave me some kind of 14-day supply of like a syringe that I had to put into my abdomen, which sucks because when I have blood drawn for my diabetes stuff, and when I had it for the thing, I can't watch it. When they gave me the shot yesterday, I have to turn my head and look away because if I do, I'll tense up. So I don't know how I'm going to give myself shots for 14 days, but we'll figure it out because that's what I do, right? Push forward. What else? Yeah, that's about it. Oh, let me show you this. Okay, so here's my binder. I've been keeping all the paperwork in. I just had a binder. I saw where people on Facebook group were keeping binders of some of their stuff. They gave me these giant boxes of the protein powder stuff that's mostly going to be my meals for the next couple weeks. Came with a whole bunch of supplements, and some of these I'll have to take like forever, like the iron. I have to take forever, calcium. I'll have to take basically forever. They gave me a shaker comp. That's like I forget what that is. Got a bunch of prescriptions here, and I got the other prescription up here in my refrigerator, cooling off over there by the snack tray. So yeah. It's still a little work, like I'm still a little nervous because it's surgery. It's a major surgery. It's an elective surgery, but it's a major surgery. It is going to have repercussions for the rest of my life. It's going to change the way I have to eat, the way I have to take like supplements for the rest of my life. But it's also, if I do things right, going to improve. Like this should go away. The belly should go down. I'm not going to say completely away. The hope is that it will clear up my blood, blood pressure issues and my diabetes. There's no 100% guarantee of any of that, clearly, because part of it's on the surgery, part of it's on me. I think I've got what it takes. That's why I decided to do this. So, yep, that's it for now. See you on surgery day.
Okay. So it's July 15th. It's a Saturday, 2023. I'm kind of laughing at that because I've literally messed up the month twice trying to do this. I don't know if it's if the diet I've been on has been getting to me or not, but so the last week I've been on like lean meats and non-starchy vegetables diet. As of Wednesday, which was my pre-op, I've had to replace 2 meals with these protein shakes, right? They gave me the thing. This is my last one. I've already had my last solid meal of the day. So this is my dinner. And they did say I could have 1 or 2 snacks a day. So for my final snack, I'm having some beef tender bites. These just barely make it in with the fat and carb content that they were expecting, like on the back there. Actually, they're a little under on the carbs, but yeah. So I've tried like all the protein powders that I chose, and this one you can't really tell from the color or anything, but this is the peanut butter cookie, and I think it's my favorite one so far. I like the cookies and cream, but the cookies and cream has little like cookie type pieces in it that are crunchy, and I don't think that's going to be good next week when, you know, when you know, I'm very having a hard time taking fluids, so I don't want to use all this up, but I got some friends that have had this that might have some left over. We'll see. If not, I can always go back and buy more, I think. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish all of what I got before I'm back on solid foods, or soft foods, I should say. So yeah, final meal before tomorrow's liquid diet. And then Monday is cutting day. Surgery. The thing the big show, the one we all been prepping for. I weighed myself this morning. Now, when I went to the pre-op, they said I had only lost a pound and a half, but when they weighed me the first time, they had me take my shoes off. When they weighed me the second time, they didn't. So I think, I don't think my shoes, weigh a whole lot, but now granted, that was like a month ago or so. And I know, like, based on my scale, over the last week, as of this morning, I've lost 10 pounds just from this diet. Now, I don't think this diet is a long-term sustainable thing. This is all just prep for the surgery. And I've been hungry most of the day, even after I ate. I'm still hungry. But I guess that's all going to change soon. All right. See you at the surgery day.